Hi everyone. Today I would love to talk a little bit to all of the American people, because I have visited America since Angels in My Hair came out, and I have spoke about, the American Gathering Angels, because they have been gathering people from all over the world. And I always remember the first time I stepped off the plane, I just felt this, how would I say, electricity. And the angels showed me a picture of, how can I say it, this huge gate in an arch, and the angels standing there, and they telling me that America was so important, that it would become the new race that would go out into the world, bring peace, bring hope, bring clarity in every way. And I know at that time, I couldn't see it, and I was even asking questions, what are you talking about? But I love that sensation I get when I step off a plane in America. But over the years, I have found that the American people are so open. And I know to do with religion, there's, what's that big word, diversity, if I'm pronouncing it properly. There's big clashes that way. And I know that shouldn't be happening. I know all faiths in America need to come together, to unite as one. Because one thing I love about America, those American Gathering Angels are still bringing people from all over the world to America, and from all different kind of, what would you say, circumstances that have happened in their life, and they have no choice but to come. And to me, that is very, very exciting, just to see it, because I know what's meant to happen. And I remember in 2011, I turned around and said, America, the American people are one. And I think that's something you need to remember. It doesn't matter what religion you are, or what your background is, or what nationality you came from before. Now you are American. You are an American, all of you, and I'm so excited about that. You are all part of the new race. And I was even saying to Archangel Michael, but how come God didn't have me emigrate, to America? And I was told there was no need for myself to emigrate. I suppose I couldn't talk about this to the American people if I was an American myself. So I am the human being that is looking in through that gateway, and I'm waiting for that hope to come forward. I'm waiting for that peace, that, what would I say, sorting of so many problems, and the gathering of the whole world together. And I think that's extremely powerful. And, in 2011, I know I spoke about it again, and I know I have it in one of the books, but, you were on the crossroad. You were just beginning to cross, just put a line in front of you. And over the years, I have watched you moving forward, and you starting to stand up and be counted. You're such a powerful country, such a powerful people, and you don't realize it. And the outside world is looking in, and we're saying, what's happening to America? What's happening to the American people? Why are they so divided among themselves? Why are they fighting in the way they are? Why are they against each other when you should be coming together as one. But I know you can do it. And at the moment, I know you are on the cross line of, you've crossed over and you're in the center now. You're in the middle of the X, if you like to put it that way. You're standing there and you haven't made up your mind. You haven't made up your mind about what is right for the American people, for all of the American people, no matter where they come from. I know you have, horrific things have happened that literally tear my heart when I hear of somebody with a gun or a knife and, they're killing innocent children or innocent parents. It just tears my heart because I know if you could see physically what I see through the eyes of your soul, that wouldn't be happening. You have to, in a sense, bring more love in, more compassion, more hope. The American people, in one sense, have to fight for peace, have to speak up for peace, have to, stretch out a hand, and say, let's have no more racism. Say, let's put our differences aside. Let us become that incredible race of people that bring the whole world together, and then the whole world becomes part of that race. America is so powerful, and the rest of the world, all of us looking in, we're looking in and saying, what's happening? What's happening? But there's so much hope. You are on the center of that cross now. And I know you can do it because that's what God and the angels have shown me. That one day, and hopefully it'll start soon, you will put all the differences aside. You will accept each other as Americans, regardless of religion or colour or, whether you're the shop owner or the street sweeper, that you come together in love and in harmony and you become that new race. You become, it's so hard to describe it, so open spiritually that, you see all that I see, you hear all that I hear. You see the angels physically, you see all of the energy around the world physically. When you look at another person, you see their guardian angel and you see the light that surrounds them and you love them unconditionally and you stretch out a helping hand. America is meant to stretch out that helping hand. America is meant to come with all of the solutions, and I believe in you. And that's why I love when your president goes and visits other countries and talks with the leaders, giving hope. So I would love to see as much, put those differences away. Don't be telling yourself you hate someone because they're Jewish, or you hate someone because they're Catholic, or you hate someone because they're Muslim, or you hate someone because they're Presbyterian or Protestant or some other faith, or don't belong to your church. You have forgotten something. They are all God's children, all of them. What are you going to say to God when you go home to heaven? What message will your soul deliver on your behalf as a human being? I wanted to deliver, that you did nothing wrong, that you saw the hope, that you suddenly became, kind and loving. You wanted what was good for you for everyone else, not just for you. I believe in mankind, and I know mankind can do it. And I know the American people can do it. Allow yourselves to, how would I say, to show that spirit, to show that light of hope for yourselves within America, and then allow that gate to stand there and that light to come forward, the new race that, in a sense, creates a new world, but a new world that is equal for everyone. You know, how would I say, where no child cries, where no mother says, my child died in a school because of a shooting, or no one turns around and says, you know, my mum and dad went to the pictures one night but never came home because of something so evil happening. We want to bring peace and happiness to each other. We want to do what God has shown me, and that is, you know, we create, you know, this world like a little glimpse of heaven. And I love that because God showed me that. And I would be here for hours if I had to describe it all to you. But our planet becomes new again. We become, how would I say, spiritually so open that our souls are intertwined with our human body. You know, there's no more worries or stress or fear. There's no more illness. And I believe in the American people. You shine so bright. You are more open spiritually than you realize, but yet you fight among each other instead of coming together. I would love you all to come together because now you are on the center of that X, of that crossroad. You're standing in the center and you are deciding what way to go. I want you all to go in peace and love and in harmony for each other. I want you to become that new race that God has shown me. And remember, you know, every time I go to America, I see the angel of hope. And I often see the angel of hope with some individuals separate. But I see the angel of hope there for literally everyone. And just so many angels, and even the souls of loved ones, trying to help the American people to become more open spiritually, to see that hope, to become the great spiritual people that you are. And I want that. So that again is why I'm heading back to America. I'm going to be visiting there, and that's why I'm talking to you today, because I know when I step off that plane, I'm going to feel that electricity. It's going to just shoot up through my body. I'm going to see that light. And when I look at people, how can I say, I'm going to see that they are shining. I'm going to see all the good that is in them, not the negative, not the bad. I'm just going to see what a wonderful people. And I'll know they have been gathered from all over the world. Imagine that. Just imagine what is happening. And it's still happening today. People are being brought to America by the American gathering angels. And you are all Americans. So I want you to step up to your potential, because the angel of hope, how would I say, as I look out this window, just for 1 second, appeared there and showed me this enormous H. And because I'm dyslexic, I knew what that enormous H was. Hope. There is great hope. So I know you can do it. And I suppose I better say no more. I'm just so excited by arriving in America shortly. and seeing you all again, just watching you and listening to you, and seeing that openness that is there for peace and love. So I'm going to say goodbye and love you and bless you. Bye-bye. Love you.